Are we rolling? Hi everyone. This is Douglas Waltz, Old Man Comic Book Reviews. Last week we had one. This week we have this many. It's a lot. I thought we'd start off with a release. It was an old mini-series we liked called Orcs. This is subtitled The Curse. Written, created, illustrated by Christine Larson. And there's this evil wizard that wants the orcs to help them. And the orcs are like, pay up or shut up. So he decides to mutate these crows that he mutated into humanoid form into a bigger monster to attack the orcs for not being willing to fight for free. And orcs are crazy. So they were never, ever going to fight for free. So it says it's going to be continued. I really thought it was going to be a one-shot. This is a big comic book. It was $5.99, and it's really thick. It's like a big comic book. But Christine Larson always does a great comic book. I'm glad to see that Orcs came back. Next up, from Image, Twig, from our child. Scotty Young is the writer. Drawn by Kyle Strom. So last when we left Twig, he had found the guy he was supposed to find to help him with his quest, and he was not doing well, as in he was dead. So he had to go find another guy to help him refill the gem so that he can help bring about the new age of peace and understanding and all the quiet things. And he's the last one that has to do it, Twig. This is a good book. Scotty writes great stuff, and he gets good artists to help him on his way. Alright, all new, all different Savage Avengers Volume 2, Numero 2. Yeah, that's Double Dinosaur on the cover. That's who that is. Let me get you your peeps. David Pepose is the writer. Carlos Magno is the artist. And when last we left Conan and his cronies, they had been sent back in time. The most interesting thing is that Deathlock went back in time in blacksmith type of thing. We're talking medieval times. And because he's Deathlock and has a lot of persistence, it did not stop him from making a working, functioning gun. Because he needs to kill Conan for his time crimes. And then the one guy I don't know, Agent H, the Hulk, with the adamantium claws. He's gray and stuff. He turned into a big red bird with claws. I don't know if that's new or what. They did a really good job of incorporating all of the lineup. If you don't remember the lineup, let's run it down. We have Conan, of course. We have Anti-Venom, who I'm familiar with. Cloak and Dagger. Black Knight, Elektra. It's like Elektra in her Daredevil form. They count Deathlock, although he's the bad guy in this. And then there's Agent H. So it is what we like to refer to as an eclectic group, and Devil Dinosaurs in it. You can't go wrong. So, good comic book. Up to number 5 on our limited series of Monkey Prince. And there was no Batman in this issue. It's so good. Let's find okay, they do this where they put it in the back. I'm never going to remember. Huh. Do they do it tiny where I miss it? Yep, there it is. Alright, so we have Jean Lun Young is the writer, Bernard Chang as the artist. This is a new 4-issue arc called Big Stick Energy. You're going to remember how to say that. So he's in a new place, Amnesty Bay. His parents are working for Black Manta. There's a crazy girl that looks like Harley Quinn that knows that he's a monkey prince. And it gets weirder from there. I'm waiting for, I do believe, Aquaman to show up at this point. So we'll see how that goes. And the deep, not the deep, what is it called? The depths. The trench, there it is. The trench monsters are in it. So, it's a good book. I like it. Oh, so yeah, I'm not going to talk about the comic book inside because I don't care. This is the newest issue of Betty Page, that cosplayer that wouldn't let us have any pictures of actual Betty Page, like the other 40 issues of Betty Page comic books I have with photo covers of actual Betty Page. But since she wrote it, I guess she gets to pick covers. I don't know. I did not bother. Apparently there was what they call a black bag cover with Betty Page, but that wasn't offered at my comic book store. I'd have taken anything. I'd preferred blank, so we can just get this over with. I think there's one more issue. Let me flip through for you and see if there's a to be concluded. So let me see. Sorry, I'm just checking one last thing. Also, they did announce the new comic book I must have, Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids. So be on the lookout for a review of that near you. And it says next issue. God, I hope it's over after that. We'll find out. Alright. Issue 10 of Barbarella. Barbarella's going on a little break after this. They didn't really leave us hanging, so that's okay. Writer is Sarah Hoyt. Artist is Medivek Musabekov. And she's fighting that woman that looks like her, who we find out wasn't her at all. It was just this weird alien that can change its form, and come to find out everything this has been architected by maybe not by something called the Unnameable, so we don't know his name, and they're taking the break till autumn. It's always a good book. Art always looks good. Barbarella does Barbarella's thing. Her little critter that we don't think is stupid is actually really super intelligent, and he has a new thing that he has to do coming up in the next set of stories. And then we'll finish with this. Number 3 of the Amazing Spider-Man. I don't know if this is every other week or something. I don't know. Zeb Wells is the writer. John Romita Jr. is the penciler. Scott Hanna is the inker. I'd mentioned a couple of times that it's good to have an inker for Romita. It looks a little bit better. Some people don't like his style. When last we left Spider-Man, he got kidnapped by Tombstone. Tombstone legitimately just outsmarted him and then chained him up, took him down into the subway system, and proceeded to just beat the crap out of him. He also gave us the origin story of Tombstone, if anybody cares. And now he's ready to start a war with all these innocent people, and Spider-Man has to try and save the day. They leave us hanging. Spider-Man's had worse things than before. It was cute because at one point Tombstone grabs his face, and where is it? Hold on. It was kind of interesting. Oh, he gets him up, grabs him by his face, and his mask starts to come loose. And Spider-Man's like, "Don't, my mask." And Tombstone, "I don't play dress up, and I don't care who you are. You hear me?" He doesn't care. He's Spider-Man. He doesn't need to know the other part of Spider-Man. Spider-Man's the one that's been driving Tombstone nuts for decades, and he's had enough. He's going to let him get shot. Well, you know he doesn't get shot because it's Spider-Man, and it's only issue 3. It's too early to shoot Spider-Man. So, that's the stack. As always, you can go to Fanfare on Westnedge, Fanfare Comics and Cards. They have lots of comic books. Sign up for their discount program, or go online if you don't have a Fanfare near you. There's only one. Or a local comic book store, see if they got something that you like. Sophie and Theo, we've all been strucken with the evils of COVID, and no one has left the house. You guys are still working on that one. We had a little video call Theo and I did today. Hopefully everyone will be fine by next week, and we'll go do something then. In the meantime, go read some comic books, and I'll see you next week.